Yo, thanks for tuning in to Triple Point Charts. I don't know what episode this is. Don't know if this will be an episode. I believe I am charting a little different nowadays. So I did want to share a couple things. But to kick it off the right way, it's February 12th. It's 9 p.m. on the dot. If you notice right here to my right, Kenny's not here. Kenny is my best friend in the whole world. He's my brother. He's my everything, my lover, many things. But Kenny took a job and it took him across the continental US. He is no longer in Florida. He's still a Bitcoin orange pillin', badass mofo. So we love him. I love him. I'll always love him. But I want to tell you guys, Kenny is no longer with us. I don't have a co-host. I'm doing this on my own. So don't make fun of me for the edits. Don't make fun of me for the awkwardness. I'm just kind of loosey-goosing it. I'm new boot goofing it out here. So I do want to share with you guys. I think I am trading a little differently than the last time we spoke. I'm still trading options heavily. I am trading SPY, SPY, every day, 0 DTE options. So if you don't know what that means, the 0 is the amount of days that the options contracts have. DTE means date till expiry. So 0 DTE means at the end of the day at 3:30 when the options market closes, my contracts sell, period. Doesn't matter if I'm in the profit or in the loss, they sell. So that's what I've been doing every single day for at least the last 4 months. I don't think we've posted a video for 3 or 4 months, honestly. We have been extremely active in the Discord. So if you are a day trader or a long holder or someone who just wants to vibe with other traders, I implore you to join the Discord. And I know you're asking yourself, well, Sam, how do I join this Discord? Well, we've made it easy. You go to www.triplepointcharts.com. You click the little invitation that we have on there. To be honest, the website's literally just a landing page for the Discord. So join the Discord. I have simplified the Discord to the maximum. There's only a few channels in there. Really, the most active one that I'm in
is the live trading floor.
The live trading floor channel. The most active one that I'm in is the live trading floor channel. 9:30 till I'm done. Usually, I usually am done by 11, maybe noon. Friday, holy shit. I'll tell you guys this before I dive into some other stuff. Friday was one of the first days in months, maybe a year, that I traded the entire day from market open till market close. And I'll tell you, that's not because I was doing awesome. That's because I got locked into a trade that I was really confident in. I was really convicted of, and I knew without a shadow of a doubt. Amen. Come on, people. I knew that my trade was correct. However, I wasn't realizing it with profit. I actually ended the day keeping it all the way G. I ended the day on SPY on 0 DTE contracts at about negative 60% profit. I was not trading heavy, and this is all in the live trading channel. I'm extremely honest with my wins and my losses, to a fault almost. Like I almost feel like things would grow a little better if I was one of these furu liars out here, but I'm not. I'm never gonna be. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I do my thing. I love what I do, and I have no fucking, qualms about telling you when I get it wrong. But this week I want to trade heavy. That's why I'm sitting here. I've been going through charts for quite a while. This evening it is it's really cool the new way I have the new method I have. So please, without further ado, let's screen share. Let's get into this shit. So I'm going to break it down to what I do. So we're going to go straight to the 15-minute chart. Let's go here. Again, don't hate me for the internet. I hate myself already. My children hate me. My youngest son, he plays a Oculus game called Gorilla Tag, and his Wi-Fi is so bad that he told me just about an hour ago that he's like, "Hey, Dad, everybody just keeps making fun of my internet." I was like, "Well, just such is life, my friend." So what I'm going to do is identify a trend immediately. I'm just going to identify a trend. Boom! I see we have a trend here. So I'm going to put a trend line from where I'm observing the bounces. I always chart with all indicators off at first. So we're going to go up here. I did my trend line. We're going to go to the high of the day, the last day. Boom. Kind of looks like we got a little wedge going on. This is going to make sense when I turn on the other indicators. Hopefully. It might not, but hopefully it'll make sense. So this is a 15-minute chart. We got a pretty good formed wedge there. We see we're bouncing off here, we're bouncing off here, we're bouncing off here. So this looks to be confirmed. It looks like a confirmed wedge for me. Okay, so I have my wedge. I've got my top. Let's go to our bottom. Our bottom is here. So boom, we got our channel. This is my channel. This is my trend. This is the wedge. Beautiful. Now, another thing I do, I'm going to identify some middle points. When I do the middle points, I always do a dashed line and I do a different color. This is just like a cautionary thing. So we got that one. Let's go here. This kind of looks like we might have a little bit of a breakout. Okay, there. Boom. That's pretty much it. 15-minute chart. I got a couple lines. I don't need to muddy this thing up very much at all. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, now that I have my channel, my trend, and then my midpoints where I'm cautious at, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my indicators. I'm going to turn on VP by DGT. And this is from our good buddy Dez. He didn't make it, but he did tell me this shit is fire. So here we are. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in. I have been entering in trades off the 15-minute chart. So VP by DGT, this is nothing more than a volume indicator. Volume indicators are great because they tend to be the less lagging indicators that you can go for. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, my whole trading plan is based around basically this red line. So this red line on the screen, this is what you call the POC, which is an acronym for point of control. Point of control shows you where the most volume on the chart is during this time frame. So right here, you can see the green bars. That is what we would call a volume shelf. Here, you see the red bars, another volume shelf. So those are those are floors, those are ceilings, those are areas that if you can break it, if you can break this red volume, you can pretty much guess that you're going to pump through this one. And you can pretty much guess that you're going to go back to this red line, which is the point of control. That's where the most volume is. Buy, sells, all of it. That's where the most people have their money bet. So why in the fuck would you fight the trend? Why would you fight the point of control ever? I say don't ever fight it. But again, that's why we have our trend line here. So if we do not respect the trend line, we break this here, we know that we are most likely headed down to this other cautionary point, which is $400.11 on SPY. We are currently at 407. Was it 89? So that would be a crazy fucking jump. Okay, so I'm looking for a touchback to the point of control on the 15-minute chart at all times. If we can pump through 411.03 on SPY, you can almost bet that we're going to jump back up through this It's not a lot of resistance. You don't see a lot of red bars there. So if we can break through 411.03, you can pretty much guess that we're going to jump right back up to 414. That seems like a really cool play for me. So what I would do is wait on a break of the point of control, then jump in on calls till 414. I also have not been, and this might, I don't pretend to be a guru at all, but the way I've been doing is I buy extremely close to the strike price. So if it's currently trading at 407.89, I will most likely buy a 408 call if I want to bet that it's going up. If I want to bet that it's going to go down, I will most likely buy a 407 put. So I go very close to the money here. 15-minute. It looks like we might break above. We had a lot of positive volume on top of this trend line. So second part that I'm doing, here we go. EMAs, exponential moving averages. This tells you what it was at a certain time. Most important ones are 20 and 200. But I have noticed the 100-day EMA is a bitch. That's the one that really will fuck you over. So keep the 100-day EMA in mind at all times. So let's turn it on. Boom. Okay. So now let's take a deep dive in. The red line is the 20-day EMA. 20-day is typically the one that people look for intraday movement. So if you are trading on 0 DTE, the 20-day, you want to be above it. If you're in calls, you want to be below it if you're in puts. So for me right here, we are above the red line, which is the 20-day EMA. We are above our trend line. We have made higher highs. So I would be eyeing calls on this chart right here, which is the SPY 15-minute time frame. I would be looking for calls. As you can see right here, this turquoise green line is where we got stopped out very heavily right here. That is the 100-day EMA. No matter what direction you're headed, the 100-day EMA seems to be, on a smaller time frame, seems to be a bitch. Seems to be the one that really fucks me over sometimes or lets me eat. So we have looks like we have a cross on the 20-day EMA and the 50-day EMA right here. That's a good sign. I would want, before I get really comfortable, I would want to see a push above this 100-day EMA, which is 408.39. You can wait it out. Be patient. Don't be a simp. Wait for the cross on the EMA where you can see that it touched and rejected. Okay, so that's what I look for there on the EMAs. I want to see positive movement on the 20. I want to see positive movement on the 100, and then this blue line here is the 200-day EMA. Once we get over the 200, you can pretty much bet that the rest of the day is going to be in the direction of the 200-day EMA. So if we did pop above the 100-day EMA, I would be willing to bet that we're going to push up to a minimum of 409.30. So at this point, 407.89, 409.30, you could have got in at the 408 calls, and you could easily make 50% profit, which is enough for anyone. Don't let people push you to think you need 200% trades every day. That's a silly thing. It does happen. Last week I got a 300%er, but it's not an everyday thing. Boom, we got that. Now I like to turn back on the VP. Okay, so if we do break the 200-day EMA, we can pretty much bet that we're going to go back to the POC, the point of control, which is 410.43. So right here, what I see is if we can bust through this 100-day EMA with some real positive volume, some real fucking punch, then I would be ready to rock all the way up to 410 on Monday. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying that's how I personally trade it. Once we punch through an EMA, I'd be feeling good. If you see it just fucking smack that EMA real hard, then you can kind of bet that things are going to continue in that manner. All right, so I'm going to shut that off. I'm going to shut VP off, and then I am going to show you the secret sauce. I call it the dot/line cross. That's what I like to call it. Okay. So now you see the yellow dot and the white line. I'll even open up. This is how much I love you guys. I'll even open up the settings on this. So you have an EMA and an SMA. I'll even show you. The EMA is 9. It's a 9-day EMA. The SMA, it's a 5 SMA. 9 and 5. All I do, I trade in the direction of the 9. That's it. So right here, when you have your first dot, let me zoom all the way in. When you have your first dot above the line, that's where you enter the trade. So right here, we would have entered at 406.97, and we would have held until we have a dot/line cross again. So this one said 406.97. We're currently at 407.80. So again, that's a dollar movement. You can make money that way. You don't have to hit a home run. You just got to get on base. On extremely choppy days, it's almost like just pack it up, don't trade. You want to trade with aggressive direction when you're doing EMA trading. So you want it to just be hammering in the direction of your trade. So if you're in a call, you want it to be going up, up, up. It might pull back slightly and just retest that 9.5 and then boom, instantly take off. You don't want to be in choppy movement. It's bullshit. Don't trade. Just hang out, grab a beer and have fun. So right now, I would still be bullish up until the 410 area, which is the point of control. Point of control is going to be telling you everything you need to know. 408.73 would be the big kind of giveaway. So now when you combine everything, and it's going to look very messy, but you can see here, if you do bust through the next EMA, which is the 100-day EMA on the 15-minute time frame, you can pretty much bet that you're going to retest the 200-day EMA, which is 409.40 area, 409.38. If you bust through that 200-day EMA, you can pretty much bet that you're going to retest the POC. And that's really it. I need my dots to be above the line. So I need a 9.5 cross at all times. I follow the direction of the 9 EMA at all times. And it works on every time frame, but the minimum to enter a trade for me is the 15-minute time frame. It works better as the time frames get larger, but that's not what I'm in it for. I like to be in and out within minutes. So I do set my trades up on the 15-minute, then I scale down to the 3-minute, then I scale down to the 1-minute. So the 1-minute just allows me to capture the most amount of profits in a movement. Doesn't always mean that the movement is done, but it does mean that maybe it'll pull back down and kind of fuck up my delta, my theta. So that's more options talk, but I always follow the 9 EMA. That's the most important. Hopefully you learned something. I do definitely want you to take this away. Trade in the direction of the 9 EMA. If you can do that, I promise you. Well, I don't promise you. This is not financial advice. I am not a investment professional by any stretch of the imagination. I do trade every day. I trade live in the Discord, the Triple Point Charts Discord, in the live trading floor. Go to www.triplepointcharts.com to join the free Discord. Hop in there with us. Teach me something. Teach yourself something. Be great. Thanks for tuning in. It's now 9:29 p.m. It is February 12th still. And we're living large. We're really hard. And we're loving life. Have a great day.